There we go. Okay, fantastic. So we'll go through some of those. Some we know are obviously from the packaging, but you know what? Some of those were good ones, really good ones. Different way of thinking out the box as well. So obviously the ones that we do know of straight off is the weight loss. Okay, so it helps with suppressing your appetite and increasing your metabolic rate. So we know that that is our USP, and we're going to go through the fact of how it does that on the ingredients. We're going to go through that a little bit more. Just looking for the printout. So that we know there are two main ones. But what I did like from your list was what I felt from that list was how it was actually helping individual people. And you know, if anybody wants to chat about that in a little while, we can do that. If anyone wants to do a little mini testimony of how it's helped them. So we'll go through like physical. So we've got losing inches. It's going to increase your metabolic rate and suppress your appetite. It gives you an increase in energy, but it's healthy energy. You do not get the jitters with it. So therefore you've got more energy, you tend to cope better, and you obviously would get more out of a workout. If you've got more energy, you're not going to slump mentally and physically like at 11 o'clock and at 3 o'clock and turn to sugary foods to give you that boost of energy. Okay, that's not going to happen. So therefore you're obviously going to lose weight. I mean, Louise knows from work with me, my time's 4 o'clock and I could just time it perfectly. And that's when I would have a slump of energy level. But I haven't found that particularly with this coffee. But I tell you what I have been doing, I don't really saw today on my post. Today I made a coffee tea. So I made it a very, very small drink just so I could dissolve the actual granules. And then I drank some of a bottle of water and poured it in and shook it up. So I had a long drink. I thought that was really good. In fact, the taste was quite nice. I've never had an iced tea, really. It's not something I would choose. But I actually quite like the taste. I don't like coffee. It definitely doesn't taste like a coffee. And it was a long drink. So even though we know our coffee anyway has got the ingredient to give it a slow release, because that's obviously where the argument was coming from with the old company, to have that ingredient, but also having it in a longer drink, I felt that had more benefit as well. You know, I took that longer drink over a couple of hours and just kept having sips. So that's a great way if people don't like coffee or, you know, they want it to last a bit longer. So also if they're having the normal breakfast, they have a cup of tea, they can take it with them out and about, because it's not one of those things like milkshakes or anything where you've got to drink it straight away. It will stay in that water. It will stabilise in that water. So you will also, because of that, you're going to not be eating so much of the sugary foods. Now, it's not just on a health and weight aspect, sugary foods. They are not good for you generally. We know that. They're not good for you mentally, physically, just generally for your organs. So what you have to stress to people is, yes, this is a weight loss product, but we still want them to eat. They need to eat to keep their metabolic rate going. Thanks a lot, love. Appreciate that. Thank you. 1 second. So nice. So they need to eat to keep that metabolic rate going. What we're wanting them to do is to choose their food more wisely. Now, if you think you could be somebody who's sluggish, maybe have health problems, mild health problems, overweight, you don't exercise, you don't drink any water, you have your normal teas and coffees, and you pick at the biscuits, you're going to feel sluggish, rubbish, lethargic, just not nice. And then you find life harder, both mentally and physically. You find life harder, and the general toll of a woman's life is so hard. We are juggling from the minute we open our eyes to the minute we close. You know, we're multitasking on so many things. You know, I'm trying to do my webinars. My new course yesterday is I'm tattooing face. So as you can see, I've got very dark eyebrows and eyes and lips, and you know, you're just multitasking. So this coffee will then enable you to choose your food more wisely. So you'll choose a healthier breakfast, a healthier dinner, a healthier tea. And if you need snacks, which you probably won't because you have your coffee, you probably choose more like fruit and nuts and things that are better for you. Yeah, of course you can. I can hear you. Sorry, the dog's just joined us. Oh, she's going to jump up and she's going to knock all my papers all over. So that's absolutely excellent. Come and see Auntie. Come on. You're not coming.
Will I shout her?
Yeah, shout her.
Willow! Willow!
Who's that? She's looking. Shout her.
Willow!
She's looking round for you. Look who's there! It's Auntie!
Willow! Hello, baby!
Open the door for you.
Hello! Hello!
Right, calm down. You need to calm down for me now. Don't talk to her anymore, because otherwise she'll get too giddy. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. We're looking at our food, we're looking at our drink. So we're not asking people to starve. That is not what we want. That is not healthy for anybody. What we need them to go is think, oh my goodness me, it's dinner time already, and I didn't even realise. And that's because the coffee has curbed that. It has helped them with that. And because it helps with your endorphins, you're actually feeling a lot happier. And once again, if you're feeling happier, you're not going to turn to the biscuits. So it's all a big vicious circle that we're working on. So this coffee, which is why I want us to push it in the UK, is a healthy coffee, is because it's helping both mentally and physically. And obviously the result with that would be weight loss or weight management. You know, people can have the most perfect figure that they want, but still have the coffee because it helps them feel better. And what we want it to do is, as someone pointed out, it's not a hassle. It's not something where it's hard work. You know, you haven't got to swallow 12 tablets or have shakes or whatever else. It's a coffee in the morning. If you like our Kirsty on here and you like our Ethan, you have a little knockback glass, you knock it back. I've had it as a coffee tea, and I definitely think I will be doing that more often. I still enjoyed it. You like the taste, didn't you, Louise? You like that coffee tea?
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I like it either way. So because I get up at about 6 and I do, you know, full on my savers and everything. I have mine whilst I'm doing my reading part of my savers.
No, I enjoyed it today. So I think we've covered everything now. I'm going to go into a few more of these, because we're going to go through the ingredients now. But one that is really, really, and you, please. And you might be able to give us the answer that I'm wanting, is the fact, one of the last comments that was put in here, confidence. If you are coping with life better and you are feeling better in yourself, because you feel that you're looking better, or just the fact that you're in control of it, that you are dealing with it, even if you feel that you've got a couple of stone to go, then you will have more confidence. You have more confidence in yourself, then you will be able to deal with more things. Now, yesterday, the people that did the tasks and actually sent me a private message saying they'd done it, I sent them a question to do. And some really got to me. Some I found quite hard. And some I related to so much. So much. We all have our areas of lacking in confidence. And I try to obviously help those people that did that during the day. And there's some more things that I need to do with certain people. So this will help that. You know, I want people not to just see you grow in confidence because you're having a coffee, but growing confidence personality-wise, as a person as you are, and the fact that then your business is growing, you're building a team, you're building customers, and it's all rolling in. And this could be purely down to this, okay? So it's easy to have in your life. It's not a hindrance to have in your life. And you know, that's what I want you to think about. I want you to think of the bigger picture rather than that we're just selling a coffee. I want you to think that we're helping people and we're helping their lives. We're not just selling a coffee, okay? Damn good coffee, there it is. So our boxes do have very, very good information on there. What we do in the salon, if anybody just buys a week offers or 2 weeks offers, we get them to get the phone out. We don't know anybody who ain't got a phone. And we get them to take pictures of this so that we know that they have got it, so that they have legally got the supplement information, the warning information. If it's been done over the phone or if it's been done over the internet, then we would message these details. So you have got all these pictures in our chats, and you can message those details out. So I think the box is good, and it's showing you our super ingredients as well. Now I'm going to go through some of those ingredients with you. What we cannot, as coffee sellers, we cannot give any form of diet, nutrition or exercise advice out. The only thing I personally do is to follow a healthy diet, which I think people should know about, but they may not. And if they don't, to Google it. A healthy, balanced diet. We're not telling them not to eat sugars. We're not telling them not to eat carbs and have a high protein diet. We're not doing that. Okay. Then we're also not encouraging people to eat sugars and carbs because our product absorbs them. That's not the case either. With her spices. I'm trying to find something for you ladies, and hopefully by the end of the call I might get there. What we do need, and what is critical as part of this coffee and as part of your well-being, is drinking lots of water. Okay, so you should be on 6-7 glasses of water a day, normally around 4 pints. If you're on this coffee, you're on it properly, you will be on more than that. You need to be on more than that, because the coffee creates a thermogenesis effect on the body, which I will go through, and that will make you more thirsty and give you a dry mouth. Okay, by drinking more water, you are flushing out the toxins in your body. You are increasing your metabolic rate because that water needs to be functioned. So just from consuming the water and it going through the organs and flushing through the stomach and the kidneys and the bladder and the kidneys and out of our body, that action takes place, and that will help improve the metabolic rate as well. So water is absolutely critical and has to be a massive part, and I would express that to people. And it can't be like Louise says, well, can I have a tea bag in? No, it can't. It has to be pure, fresh water. Okay, it shouldn't be with flavours in. They've all got sugars in some way in there. You need to have plenty of water, but you should find, and this is when we'll have a chat later, that you need more water, that you feel that you are drinking more water. And one of the things, I know it came up in the chat at the end of last week, that one team member had a problem in the fact that someone said they'd not lost weight, they're probably not drinking water. If you've got somebody who's a big tea and coffee drinker and hardly have any water, they won't all of a sudden start drinking it. We need to get it in there. Lemon's fine. Yeah, lemon and lime's fine. Fresh fruits in there's fine. You could put cucumber, you can put strawberries, anything like that. So make sure, stress to them when they buy it, because if you think about that, let me just have a slurp. If you think about that, even on a business level, how much better is that for you? If they get a bigger weight loss and they feel better and they are detoxed, that will be a repeat customer. If that is 3 sachets that have gone to a potential team member and you have pushed that through and you're doing your customer care there, you're not just selling a coffee. You're doing your customer care. You're telling them how to drink it and how to look after themselves, which ways to drink it, what's an ideal time to drink it. Also got to remember that some people could have it in, Louise has it very, very early in the morning. Some people then may need something around 6 o'clock. In America, they often have 2 sticks a day. They'll have it early, then they'll have one around midday. Okay, so someone could have it early, and then they could have a coffee tea that takes them through to around 2 o'clock. I wouldn't really do much after 2 o'clock because even though this helps sleep, you know, you've got to think that through. But that will be. I gave it a gentleman, a very old gentleman, new client of mine, and he messaged me and says, "Oh, I love that coffee." I said, "Oh, great." I said, "Should you have it in the morning?" He went, "No, 7 o'clock at night," and he slept like a baby. So obviously everybody is different, but we just have to go with recommendations. So if somebody had a lot of weight to lose or very, very sluggish metabolic rate because they've not looked after themselves and we need to detox, you could recommend a 1/4 sachet at 12, 1 o'clock or a 1/2 sachet. Okay, but a lot in America do actually do 2 sachets. Also, I think with the tea coffee idea, if you are somebody who snacks, I think it curbs your appetite. Instead of going for something that you're snacking on, keep having a drink of that tea coffee. So like somebody like Louise who has their coffee 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, you could make that up at 10 and drink that over the next couple of hours and get you through that morning. If your bad time's 11 o'clock in the morning where you want to turn to biscuits, then you could have your tea coffee then. okay, and just have it as a long drink over the day, over a few hours, and that will stop you actually nibbling at food that you shouldn't have. But as long as we stress that you've got to have better eating habits, that's the other thing. We've often found in the salon that you can do body wraps on people, you can do weight loss programs on people, and they go, oh yeah, I'm dieting. And then, right, I'll come back, right, okay, I've just seen that message. And then they've been on a very, very strict diet, but on Facebook, they've been out and had 10 pints. So, you can't expect, these people can't expect to lose weight if they're not looking after themselves as well. Now, with the old company, I have to say, and Luan will vouch for this, I don't know who thought of the idea and how it came about, was the fact that you eat whatever you want and you'll still lose weight. But that's not what we need to advocate, that we don't want people having 10 pints and an Indian and, oh, not a problem because you're having your coffee. Because what's that 10 pints and that Indian actually doing to the body anyway? Okay? So it's looking after somebody as a whole. And it's what happens is, it's the herbs that we've got in this coffee that obviously have these actions on the body. Okay? And it's the herbs that help burn the fats from the inside out. So that's what we're going to go through. Something else that has actually been found, obviously we know we cannot say anything medically, but it is helping people with diabetes, but they have to get their doctor's consent. Okay? Same with mild heart situations like high, low blood pressure. You have to get doctor's consent. You all know I've had a my heart this year. I've never had a coffee in my life till I was 47 or 46. And I never got any jitters from this. And I would have been scared to have that because it's jitters that make me get my, the palpitations, the SVT. So, and it never happened. So that's great. So food-wise, it should be healthy, good food, organic if possible. And a lot of people have found that it's helped them stop smoking. So whether that's because, same again, the smoking is a habit, whereas people turn to biscuits or sweets, they may turn to a cigarette, and it's helping with that. It's helping on stress levels because you're feeling happier, your coping mechanisms are better. But it has helped a lot of people with smoking as well. Yeah, I'll cover that, Luan, in a second, love. That's a good point. Very good point. Okay, so we know that we have got 2 key ingredients here. Well, we've actually got 3, to be honest. I'm trying to talk and drink at the same time. But we've only got, because I'm so excited, we've only got 2 that are clinically proven ingredients. So we have to be careful what we say. We do not say we have got the best weight loss coffee with 2 clinically proven ingredients. It's not the coffee is clinically proven, it's the 2 key ingredients. Okay? So we have got the first weight loss coffee with 2 clinically proven weight loss ingredients and an extra treat. Okay, so what we need to think about is we have got Louis Valpey, who has been in network marketing for 20 years, but he's been a formulator for 30 years. So he knows his stuff. Okay, and he has got other brother and sister products in the pipeline that will help support, supplement and work alongside lean Java bean. We do know that we've got the capsules, and please remind me before we go at the end. I have got some capsules coming if anybody wants to buy 3 or 4 or 5. Obviously our team's growing, so I'll have to be careful how I distribute them out, but I have got some coming if anybody wants to have a 3-day trial. I think it'd be around £4 for 3 days. I'm not bothered about postage. I'm hoping just get me in an envelope. I've got all my little papers here. I'm going to go through the thermogenesis effect first, and then we can go through the ingredients. Now, obviously, when your body's going to heat up, that's going to make you want to drink your water. Now, your urine should be clear, okay? It should be not far off the look of clear water. If it's yellowy, greeny, orangey, you're not drinking enough. Unless, obviously, certain medications can change the look of urine. But if it is anything, if there's any form of smell to it, any odour to it, and if it's not clear fluid, you are not drinking enough. So that's a really, really good indication on how much water you are consuming. So coffee is well known to actually create thermal juices anyway, but obviously our ingredients are creating it more for us, and that will increase the metabolic rate, which we've actually discussed. So that's kind of one of our key selling points. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're working out our key selling points. So when people say to you, well, what's the difference between your coffee and mine, or what's the difference between your coffee and, well, everybody else's, these are the things that we're covering. And it, obviously, because you've got that heat there, it burns the calories. That's the main thing with the thermogenesis, is it's burning the calories. Okay. So we've covered controls your appetite. You eat less without feeling hungry, but you eat. Okay. It increases your metabolism, so therefore you burn the fat quicker. It increases your energy and stamina. Okay. And your mental clarity. And it will help with consistent weight loss. Okay, so once everybody knows that when they first start on a weight loss, you lose a lot very quick, and then it can kind of drop off a little bit. With the coffee, it's going to help you keep going. It's going to be consistent, healthy weight loss. It regulates your sugar absorption from your food, and it regulates the carb absorption from your food, which I'll go through slightly more. It elevates your mood. So it just makes you generally feel happier, more content from actually having the coffee. Okay. So as you'll know, that will help people that do have struggle, do have low moods, mild depression, full depression, or on medication for that. This coffee can possibly help that. You would not turn around and go, I understand you've got low mood, why don't you have my coffee? It's a no-go. No-go. Hopefully over time we'll be building up more and more testimonials. If you have got a good testimonial, please let me know, because they're wanting to build them up actually at VG, at head office. So if you're happy for pictures or testimonials, then please let me know that, or get permission from your customers or from your team members or family and friends. But it has helped with people with depression and low moods, and it's got a natural source of antioxidants. So as I've said to you before, antioxidants are what help fight free radicals. And yeah, Claire, yeah, and free radicals attack our body. Free radicals age our skin. Free radicals attack our organs of our body and can create distress, disease, disorder. Now, antioxidants we get from lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, but we kind of know now our fresh fruit and vegetables are not as healthy as what they were. On these fields, there's lots of pesticides, there's lots of chemicals, and by the time they get to us, they're not that fresh. And therefore, we turn to our local high street health shop, and these products have also been tested, and they are full of chemicals. They're not as healthy as what they should be. But we know with our coffee, it is fully healthy. No need to to have a break at all with this coffee. It's a healthy detox coffee. You can stay on it forever. Okay, Tanya? So we have clinically tested ingredients that have been FDA approved, which is your Food and Drug Administration. That's what FDA means. And they've been university tested as well. So that's very, very exciting for us. And our other selling point is you just add water. You just add water. Okay. So you can put it in a travel mug and take it on with you. You can have a coffee tea like I've done in the water bottle today and carry it around with you. You could have it as a shot. You can have it in a hot chocolate. You can make a latte. You can mix it with coconut milk. Angie actually puts some coconut oil in her coffee and mixes it and drink it like that. You could mix it with almonds, soya, rice, coconut milk, oatmeal milk. You can put it in a protein shake. a health drink, or a milkshake. So there's so many different ways. If people say that I don't think I could drink this coffee, there were so many different ways. So I think you can get around that quite well. So we're going to go through the key ingredients, and then we'll do some question and answers, and people can do the testimonials if anybody's got testimonials and they're happy with those. Just like to cut down my my pieces of paper. So first of all, we shall go through Super Citramax. So Super Citramax is the weight loss. It's the weight loss ingredient we've got, and it's an appetite controller. And it's patented. It's 60% hydroxy acid, which is HCA in short. And we know it as Garcinia cambogia. That's the ingredient that you would know and heard of more. And that is a well-known ingredient. That's been in a lot of products for many, many years. And that's supposed to generally help with, your weight loss and your appetite suppressant. So this ingredient is a key one that is patented for us and will help with the actual weight loss side of things. Your other one is your Chromimate, and your benefits of inside Chromimate is chromium and niacin. Okay, and your benefits there are that they help with the blood sugar levels. So with your blood sugar levels, that can help obviously with your diabetes, and it can help with cholesterol, and it will also help with your energy levels. Okay, so it's the Chromimate that helps with the natural good energy levels that you have, which is vital. I do 12-hour shifts. You all do, but just that you're not in a salon. You're still getting up and looking after everybody and working and tea and washing and taxiing. We're all doing probably from 6 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. If you're a network marketer, probably 1 o'clock in the morning. They're very, very long shifts. And what I find is I have a lot of energy in the evening. I'm still fine to keep going in the evening, but when I decide to go to sleep, I go to sleep beautifully and I sleep really, really well. It scares me, lack of sleep. And I find that I sleep very, very well. So that's your Chromimate. So they're your two key ingredients. I don't want to go into them where it's baffling, because there is no point if you then can't portray that to somebody else. If we start going into the actual nitty-gritty of the science, then that's not something that a client would really be interested in. Obviously, when they first did the results, they had to do tests. And if you look at product on your back office, it will go into the actual test that they did, and how they did that to suss out, on a placebo effect of a group of people. And your Super Citramax is also excellent for your cholesterol, and it is clinically proven to help block carbohydrates. So if you ate something like a potato, which is carbohydrates, it would break down to sugars and fats. And your Super Citramax is helping your body to absorb that. Okay, so that's how it's actually helping by absorbing those ingredients. So it's kind of like a block. It stops the body from breaking them down. It blocks that actual action, and then obviously it'll just be exposed out of the body. So it's just stopping it. It's just stopping it from happening. But that doesn't then mean that you have a high fat and a high carb diet, a high sugar and a high carb diet, knowing that this is going to actually block it. We don't want to have that adverse effect with anything. It is still a matter of being healthy. Okay. I've said that it's hydroxy citric acid, and Super Citramax is the trade name. And that's its main action. It blocks. Okay. We've also got green tea, which we know green tea is just fantastic in so many elements. Green tea is a real good detox and cleanser of the body. Same again, helps with energy. but it really cleanses the urinary tract, the digestive tract. It will also help with weight loss because it's helping with your natural energies as well. But it's a real all-round good cleanser. We've got ginseng. We know ginseng is very good for energy levels. So these are the other herbs that are actually in the coffee. But one what I'd like to discuss a little bit more, and it's probably not as known about because it's not the clinically proven one, is the macoca. I don't know if any of you read up on this, but this is kind of a natural product. It's a natural substance. And you know, when you've seen films in the past and it's been mainly cowboys and they're chewing on something and they stick it all down like an hamster, all down the cheeks and down the gums here. It's this actual leaf that they're chewing on. And it was found that these people were very slim, very happy, and full of energy. And they would just chew on it like a cow would on the they just chewed on it and stuck it down the gums. And they just had no excess fat on the bodies at all. And we know that the coffee doesn't just lose weight, it can get you down, strip your visceral fat, get you down to your visceral fat. So it's a very, very good product for people that are exercising and people that are doing bodybuilding. You know, when they're trying to strip down and get that ripped look. So it's a really, really good product for that. Angie's son does an awful lot of bodybuilding. Oh, I've got what I wanted for you. Oh, it sounds disgusting. You might not want it. And yes, it helps strip down. I'm way off stripping down to the visceral fat, but we'll get there. So I don't know if I dare tell you this part really, but it is like I know it's a natural substance, but it's also from shall I say it's been decoconized. The FDA have registered and it's also DEA licensed as a natural product to use. But I think the leaf can also have other uses. I'll just leave it there, that leaf. So that's where we've got the macoca. Now, if you go into our Facebook chat, there is more information with lots of links for the Super Citrum X and also the Chromium 8. So not so much on there, actually open up that, but there's lots of links on there if you want to read more about those ingredients. And I'm going to read what they say about the macoca, which is actually in your back office. Okay, so macoca is an exclusive proprietary blend of ingredients formulated to help optimize your weight loss success. Macoca is truly unique among all other weight loss products on the market. Macoca has the ability to promote a feeling of fullness and control unwanted habits, boost energy and burn calories while helping reduce fat intake. Okay. The decoconazed cocoa leaf extract is derived from the cocoa plant, and its key ingredient is macoca. The extract is processed using a method that carefully removes the alkaloids whilst retaining all the active ingredients, enabling it to be used legally as a food additive. The cocoa leaf extract is highly nutritious. Attributes include flavonoids, terpenoids, vitamin C, amino acids, carotenoids, vitamin B complex and essential oils. The active ingredients in the extract are highly concentrated, making macoca one of the most nutritional and effective appetite-suppressing formulations available among today's over-the-counter weight loss supplements. Indigenous tribes of South Africa have cultivated coca leaf for centuries. Ailments that have been traditionally treated using the coca leaf include an effective aseptic and painkiller, to improve digestion, eliminate gases, to prevent diarrhea, to stimulate the proper function of the respiratory system, to treat shortness of breath due to high altitude sickness, boost energy levels, increase strength, stamina, improve metabolic rate, establish the body's chemical balance, relaxes the vocal cords, alleviate systems associated with disease of the motor system, such as arthritis and rheumatism. And it's DEA and FDA compliant and registered. And we've got it. So that is one hell of an ingredient.
Alison, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but where was that research from?
If you have a look, that actually what I've just read out there is in the back office under product.
Oh,
but listen to this, Luann. If you go onto the Facebook group, I shared a gentleman. If you've seen it, he actually shares it on the screen. I shared a video from YouTube of a gentleman talking about this ingredient. So you might just want to watch that, Luann, in the background one night. And like I say, there's 2 other posts on there about the other 2 ingredients with lots of links that you can go and find out more.
Fab, thank you.
But obviously, did you hear the word I said? Decocainized. I'll say no more. I've said enough on that one. Let me just make sure I have covered everything in my little notes that I wanted to cover. I believe I have. So, one thing Louis answered. Yeah. Louis Volpe is not just an extremely clever man. He knows a lot about the body. He knows how the body works. He knows how it functions. And what he has suggested, and I had heard it in one of the webinars at the very beginning of the year and didn't write it down. What he recommends for health-wise, not just weight loss, but general function of your body, but you're not going to like what I'm going to say, is to mix apple cider vinegar. I think it's only a small glass. I'll ask how much. With a little baking soda and lemon juice. I'm sure there was something about turmeric or something like that as well. I'll just ask him, see if he answers. Now, to me, that would have to be in a shot glass and not that. I don't think I could do that. How much cider vinegar?
Are you sure he's not winding us up?
No, it was actually mentioned the other day as well, and wasn't there. Pardon?
When do we have this cocktail?
You're supposed to have it first thing.
Before your coffee?
Yeah. I'll just see if he can answer. He might be too busy. But we'll see. And yeah, now we know apple cider vinegar. I mean, that's been quite well known to help with weight loss and the function of the body. If I remember when he was talking about this, and I will ask him more about it, it was more helping the body to, on an anti-inflammatory level, I think. Just a general good product, a good pre-start drink to actually have. So I think we'll have to give it a go. But I don't fancy it at all. Yes, it was lemon. So you've got cider vinegar, baking soda and lemon. I clean my oven. I mean, baking soda's for everything, isn't it? But yes, I mean, I trust him. I do trust him.
I think one day we'd have to all go out and get the ingredients, and then the next day we'd all say, right, we're doing it. It's like a bit of a go, go, go.
Yes. What, all on Zoom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just... Right, okay. Before I just go on, because there's one thing I would like to finish off just to end this evening. But has anybody, couldn't take it? No, the lemon would cause problems for me big time. I know it would. I'm going to see if there's anything else in there. Would anybody like to do a testimonial of how the coffee's helped them, both mentally, physically?
I'll throw a little quickie in. Something today that we haven't mentioned it, and as you know, one of the benefits, and I didn't really want to type it in when we were playing the little warm-up game in case I've typed it wrong. It's I think, well, it wouldn't matter if we weren't all ladies. We're not in the days where we can't talk about ladies.
I know what you're going to say. I know you're going to say.
I've had my poo. No, did you say poo?
Uncouth.
No, period. My earring's off today. Are you on about periods or poo?
Oh, no. Go on then. No, I wasn't.
What, you're on about something totally different?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe this is being recorded. Alison, I've tried to keep this reasonable. It's you throwing in poo or whatever you said. Anyway, it's time of the month for me. And this is the first time of the month where I've been on lean Java beans specifically. Now, every other time I've had that 24 to 48 hours where no matter what, I just have to give in to the carbs, the biscuits, the sweet stuff, whatever. And I put it down to, well, it's time of the month and I have to. So regardless of whatever weight loss aid, drink, shake, shot, pill, no matter what I've tried before, and I've tried them all, it's never stopped that. Now today I feel cheated because I don't want biscuits and I'm not happy because today's the day. Today is the day where I would be allowing myself to have whatever I wanted because my body needs it and I don't feel I need it, which is bonkers. And it's the first time, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? But it's the first time that lean Java bean has coincided with this particular day of the month for me. And it's an absolute miracle because and if this happens for other people, I know we can't say, oh, take this and it'll stop that binge day that you might have once a month. But for some people, that binge day goes over about 2 or 3 days. And it's not an excuse. They really feel like they're so low in sugar because I know how I feel. And I haven't had it today at all. No difference in eating whatsoever. And I do allow myself that day, one day a month, because I feel physically drained if I don't do it. So that for me has been a real eye-opener today, that I haven't felt that craving for carbs and sugars. But while we're on the subject of poo, we might as well do everything all in one go. I am beautifully regular on lean Java bean, regular with both fluid and solid. Number 1s and 2s. I'm regular, beautifully formed. In fact, I think Gillian McKeith, can you remember that programme where you used to have to poo in a pot? And Gillian McKeith would give you marks out of 10. I think we should get Gillian analysing lean Java bean poo because I think it'd be 10 out of 10. So that's me done. Okay. If anybody can get any more unpleasant than that, then go for it.
Well, I don't think what I was going to say was unpleasant particularly, but it wasn't down that path. Oh, I thought you might come back with me with intrigue there. Right.
No, I was all done.
Somebody's asked, I might tell you all later, somebody's asked about the Larkinate, and that ingredient is absolutely, it's well known to help with eating disorders, people with eating disorders, and it helps with weight loss, not as an ingredient on its own, but when it's combined with other ingredients. And the one thing that is really good with Larkinate is the fact that there's quite a few actually. It's really good with like blood pressure, but the main thing is like so obviously with the blood pressure and the diabetes, because it's helping with the actual general pressure and the sugars and things like that. But it's fatigue. It really helps people with proper chronic fatigues and chronic fatigue syndrome, which is why I think it's helping people with like fibromyalgia. So that is one of the ingredients that will help with that, and it also helps with that might be why that's the one I was going to mention. I will tell you all what I've heard about the other one. Yeah, it will generally help with the blood and the blood pressure and mental fatigue and physical fatigue. You can have two, can't you? You can have one where mentally switched on, but your body is just so physically fatigued. That is what that will help you with. But the one that apparently has been brought up in quite a few of the webinars that hasn't been mentioned, but I'm not quite sure how many of your partners are taking the coffee, but shall I just say general stamina in one aspect of your life, apparently, for the males. So I'll let you all report back to me on that one on another night. Okay, we've got any more testimonials?
Well,
here we go again. So you know about that one as well, do you, Luann?
No, I didn't, Alison, but I tell you what, it puts a totally different light on. Would you like to come in for a coffee?
Can I tell you? Can I just say that it's true?
Yeah!
Yeehaw!
There we go. I mean, there we go. It's sold. So that's it. You just have to go to these males now and go, right, either you can have Viagra or you can have my coffee. Which one would you like? Yes, I would have believed so, Claire. I don't think antibiotics would be any issue with the coffee whatsoever. Please don't quote me. If you know somebody, then they ought to maybe just phone up their doctors. But I can't see it being an issue. But you can't quote me. I can't. I'm not medically qualified, so I can't really 100% say. But if I was on antibiotics, then I would still be having my coffee. I'd still be having my coffee. Definitely so.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay.
Yeah, I would. Definitely. But the thing is, if you're nervous, you either cut it down by half, or if you have one and you think, oh, I don't feel comfortable, you just don't have one on the next day. It's not, I can't see any proper harm to you. Right. No. At this stage, because obviously we're nearly an hour, and I would actually like to do something with you all, which you're going to hate me for, but have we got any questions, or does anybody want to chat about anything? Hi,
Can I just one quick short statement?
Yeah.
All I'd like to say is I now can think in HD.
Say that again.
I can now think in HD.
Explain a little more.
I like that.
Well, like, you get HD, which is a much better picture you can see.
Mm-hmm.
I can now think it because what I think is much clearer.
Oh, Claire, that's fantastic.
It's Kathy.
Oh, Kathy, where is Kathy? Oh, yeah, she's here. Really? Really? So, okay, so you haven't been with us that long then, Kathy. So
I started it 5 days ago.
Right, and have you noticed any other changes?
I definitely don't want to pick or, eat snacks and things. I'm just quite happy. I don't eat as much food as I want either, the amount, the size of my meal either. Yeah,
that was one thing that was actually brought up. You can all go and see the webinars, or if you go to www.vitalaunch.com, and there is one on there about the science of food, and that was brought up that, especially obviously in America, the size of their plates are huge. If you look at those tiny little cereal boxes that you can get for your kids when you've got 6 or whatever, that's the kind of size that we're supposed to be having. So over our years, our plates have just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So by having this coffee, it's going to make your portions nice smaller as well. So you're not going to be consuming as many calories. Okay. Sam, did you want to say something, sweetheart?
Kathy, tell Alison what you said as well. Kathy, tell Alison what you told me today.
Do I have to?
Yeah, go on. About when you were in the bath.
Oh, for God's sake, that's embarrassing.
No, we're all women.
I know I've lost weight, even though I haven't weighed myself, but I know I've lost weight because there's more room in my bath.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Brilliant news. You can see more.
She didn't get wedged in the bath.
Oh.
Thanks, Sam.
That's a great testimonial. That's great.
That did make me laugh.
Just let you know, it's 1 ounce of cider vinegar. So that's only a small amount, ladies, isn't it? I'm sure we can just knock that one back. Yes, I think I will be doing that. But you never said anything about the spices, so if I find out, I'll let you all know. I'll put it in the chat. Okay. Anybody want to ask anything? You can obviously message or mute yourself. Now, I would like to see you all.
Hello.
Hello. Who's that? Is it you, Emma?
Hi. Emma.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I certainly can. Can you hear me?
Because I've had this. Yeah, I can hear you. You froze a little bit.
Bye-bye.
It was just, what am I best doing? Going straight in with the business stuff, or maybe a sample and some leaflets first?
For what? Where are we going with that? For what aspect are we talking about?
My mother-in-law does odd days helping out with the coffee shop. She happened to go in without telling her she was doing the coffee, and the lady noticed and is now interested.
Right, okay.
So do I sort of go with some samples, do you think, first, or?
Yeah, I'll go straight in there. Yeah, I would just go in there with some samples. You could always print off from the back office the information of how to take it and the general information you have there in the ingredients. So you could actually get a little package done in an envelope. Louise and we have these purple ones that are just plastic ones. And until our leaflets... Actually, I've got some prices for the leaflets and the business cards. I'm having mine printed this week for you all. But at the moment, we just put one of these in. And then it just fits in nicely. Just get these from Amazon. And we just put our coffee samples in. So they've got our details there as well. If I was doing something like that, just put it in there. So you could also print off and put your information there. She actually kind of giving them a package if it was something like that. So I'd definitely do that for coffee shops, for salons, gyms, anywhere where it's not a one-on-one, an independent person, it's a little bit bigger of an organisation, then I would do something like that.
All right, cool, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Has anybody else got any general questions? Doesn't have to be about ingredients. I can't see many of you drinking water. Have you got your wine on the go, Ruth? Where's our Kirsty? Is our Kirsty gone? I wonder if our Kirsty... Yeah, she's got picture to see and she might have her wine on go as well.
No wine. I've had no wine for 2 weeks.
Oh, my goodness me. We will have to chat later. Right. Okay, I can't see you all.
Can I just... Can you hear me? Oh, can I just add to that? To the lady that's got a coffee shop interested. I went to see somebody today and they've got a health shop, and I was speaking to them about the coffee, and they were quite interested and wanted to meet up with me next week to go through facts, figures and all the rest of it. But how would I kind of put it to them? Would they be like joining up as part of the team if they were interested, or how would it work for them?
I personally feel you don't talk about the business side as in team building, but you would join them up as a team member. So they would join up at Platinum, Ruby or Emerald. But don't discuss team. You could go back to them in a few weeks and say, look, if anybody ever asks you whether they could sell it, then you can do that and you could earn a commission from that. Or you could just say that briefly, so that thoughts in the mind, and then just go, but let's just get you cracking on and let's just get you enjoying the coffee. Okay, so I would see them as like a retailer, but really you would want them as a team member if it's a company like that. But you have to remember that from June, everybody would need to have at least one box ordered to keep the account open. Okay, so we all need to in June set up our auto shipment, but I'm going to wait and hopefully have better websites by June so we can do it a little bit more easily. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah?
Yeah, so they buy a load and sell it off
Yes.
rather than tell them about the compensation plan. Tell them about the buying 14 boxes
Yeah.
for X amount and then get an X amount of commission. So
Yes.
do it that way.
I would see them as a customer, but signed up as a team member. Because if you was buying the coffee for them, yes, you could still get a good profit margin. But if you're wanting to build up a team, you understand that you'll be getting obviously so many different levels of the compensation plan from being in your team. So I would definitely do it that way. If they wanted to start off with just 2 or 3 just for personal trying out, then yeah, you could sell them yours. But I wouldn't do it as such a good profit margin, because then that's how I would sell the business, by saying, but if you sign up, you will get this profit margin. Okay.
So wouldn't sign them up on the Vitae side then?
Not straight away.
No. Just let them.
No, let that come though. That will come.
Yeah. Just let them just try the.
We're in a similar position here. Yeah. So that's what we're waiting on here. And hopefully that, it's like any business, if it's your own, and you just want to sell off a few samples first, do that, see how it goes. And then if they, if the feedback is good, they're going to come back and they're going to want it. And that's when you can go to them then with your business plan and see where they go from there. Excuse me, I'm full of a flu.
Oh, bless you.
I know.
People like that, I wouldn't just leave one stick with them.
No.
I would be talking. You'd be talking up to around 5 sticks if you think that they're really, really keen. Or you could just leave, 2 or 3 staff, and then go back a few days later and leave another 2 or 3 if they seem keen. Definitely so.
Yeah, but don't be afraid of it, Lydia. Anyway, go for it. Definitely go for it.
What's going to happen? What did we discuss the other night? What is the worst thing that
what's
happen in that position?
Yeah.
They go, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But they'll still talk about it. They will still talk about that coffee, even if they decide not to take it on. So it will still be discussed. I mean, I felt I've got a coffee shop opposite the salon, and I went in. I think, did I tell you all last week that I went in and I opened the door, and the lady here kind of looked at me and looked again like that. And the thing is, because of our job, I presumed she was a client. And I ordered, and I just sat down and waited. She came up and she actually sat at the desk, at the table with me, and she said, I have to ask. She said, please don't think I've been staring at your breast, but I have to ask about your badge. And I thought, oh my goodness me, I'm in a coffee shop and she's asking about the coffee. Anyway, I chatted away and I just thought, oh, I'm going to go for it. And she says, where do you work? I said, I work at the beauty salon opposite. She said, I'm in there at 12 o'clock. I'm from Kent and I live in Doncaster. She said, I'm just up locally. She said, I've booked in. I said, all right, lovely. She says, do you have any coffee to sell? Anyway, she went with a week, and then she got a friend who lived locally to come in Saturday for a full box to send it down to her. And that was just from wearing my badge and going into the coffee shop opposite.
Alison.
Yes?
That's good.
Can I just say, I've been so busy today on deliveries, and I've gone today to nearly 80 houses. And out of those 80 houses today, I have got 15 people wanting trials.
Wow.
Great, well done.
Because I wear that badge.
Yeah, is that from your badge?
From my badge.
From your badge.
And that's
Naomi, we are getting all this up and ready for you. I have a website where you will have a password to go into a section of it, and in there is going to be business cards, there's going to be flyers, there's going to be postcards where a gap at the bottom, which either you can put your details in or you can get those little post-its and you can stick a coffee stick on there. There will be hats, hoodies, tablecloths, t-shirts, mugs, travel mugs. What else is in there? There's so many different things. There's all going to be all merchandise in there. And then there's going to be packages of bronze, silver and gold that you could have some of the merchandise, and you could have a website built, whether it's 1 page or 4 pages, depending on the package. You can have your branding done and a logo done for you. You can have branded images to put on for posts. So everything's going to be there. And I've just ordered lots of things now so that I can see the costings for everybody. And then obviously once my costings are in there, you can either have them generic or see personal details. And the badges will be in there as well.
Thank you.
Okay. So 2 things to finish off. Who's read that book?
I'm on it now.
I'm actually doing it at the moment.
Who said that? Who said they're doing it?
Me.
Well done, Claire.
Me.
And me.
That's thanks to Louise.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's one.
That's thanks to
Alison,
Louise.
there's one, A Miracle Morning for Network Marketers.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Louise has got it. It's my book and Louise has pinched it
Yeah,
off.
I've got that one as well.
Yeah. Basically, this is a book you need to get or you need to download. Now, you're going to say to me, I can't get up another hour earlier. I can't physically do it. I can't fit it into my life. And it's kind of not going to happen. And I got a message yesterday from the question I asked when people had PM'd me or their task, and she already gets up at 5 o'clock. Okay, so to go up at 4 o'clock to do this, impossible. I get that. So in here, you can do a mini version. What this is about is trying to get you mentally and physically ready, just generally for life, to turn yourself around. When we did the tasks yesterday, I did them for a reason. It wasn't for me to spend the rest of the day doing the messaging that I did. I did them for you. You know, when I do those tasks, it's for you. And it's to help you as a person, to help you with your business. And I think it was quite eye-opening for quite a lot of people. Okay, especially the next question that I actually asked people privately. So in this, once you've read it through, you're supposed to, in the morning, in an ideal world, have 5 minutes silence, and that takes time to learn how to do that without your brain going all over. 5 minutes of affirmations, and if you don't understand what these are, tell me and I'll go through them at the end. 5 minutes of visualization, 20 minutes exercise, 20 minutes reading, and 5 minutes scribing. And it's classed as savers. Okay, so S for silence, A for affirmations, V for visualization, E for exercise, R for reading, and S for scribing, totaling 60 minutes. Does everybody know what all those things mean? Have we got anybody? If anybody shakes their head or anything, I can go through it. Okay. So your silence is supposed to be leading you to meditation, and meditation is supposed to be a fantastic thing to do. I have got to be honest with you. I can do the silence, but my brain is still so active. I personally could do with getting up, doing all my jobs, everybody going off to school and work, and then me doing my miracle morning, because my brain's, I wake up to that new message, my brain, I don't think it'll let me relax to do it. So it's 5 minutes silence where you're supposed to just sit there, quiet, peace and quiet, and just see where your brain goes, and it will help you to go into meditation later. Affirmations are I am. Okay. So affirmations are I am fit and healthy. I am attracting an abundance of money. I am attracting hardworking, motivational team members. I am going to be diamond by the end of summer. I am booking a holiday by the end of next year. I am confident in my actions. I am a marvelous mother. I am a great wife. I am a happy person. All these are different affirmations. Okay. So you're supposed to sit there for 5 minutes and go through the affirmations. Now you may find you want to put them on a piece of card, so you start learning them. Some people actually record them and just listen to their own recording of their affirmations so that they can remember them. Visualization is your dream board. So visualizing is what you want. You know, I asked everybody to do like September, January, and this time next year. So it'd be what you want from September, whether you want a plus in your bank account, whether you want to lose 1/2 stone, 2 stone, 4 stone, whether you want to have 6 team members or 60 team members. Okay, and then in January, what else you want. There you go, Susie. It's called The Miracle Morning. I would actually read this one before you read the networkers one myself, personally, but that's your choice, because there is one purely for networkers, like we said. So visualization is what you want to achieve. Then you could look at other things, whether it's a new car, a new house, a holiday in Florida, Jimmy Choo shoes and a Mulberry handbag. Whatever you want is visualization. Then exercise from 20 minutes. So if you are not going to leave the house because you've got young children, then you may get a cross trainer. You may put an exercise video on that you can exercise to. If you can leave the house, you may go for a quick walk or walk the dog, but briskly. You could go for a run. Then you're reading for 20 minutes. You're reading, I'm not talking a Mills and Boon. Well, that's showing me age, isn't it? I don't know any books. I don't read books. I am talking self-help books. So I'm talking The Secret. I'm talking, Pro. Well, I've got them all here, haven't I?
Eric Worre.
Tons of them. All your books. Louise did a list. Louise did a list of really good books that you can start off with that are self-help books, self-motivation books to help you in this profession. We know that this profession is something you have to learn to do, which is why I've chosen to do the network marketing course. Okay, because this is what I want to do for a living, as well as my beauty. But I want to be able to do my beauty, my enjoyment, because I love it, not to do 60 hours a week to keep a roof over our heads. And then you finish off by scribing. So scribing basically means writing, but that didn't fit in with the word savers. So same again, it'd be writing your gratitude journal. So it'd be writing what you want, but you're writing it as in this present tense. So what you are happy for, what you have got in your life, but it's what you are attracting into your life. Now, for some people who've never gone down this path before, you may go, oh my gosh, she's joined a cult. Okay. 2 years ago when I first started network marketing, I'd have said the same thing. And I didn't do it, neither. I didn't do it. But the people that were achieving, they were doing it. Okay, they were doing it. I mean, I would stand in the shower in the morning and do my affirmations and do my thankful things. I even have a notification for gratitude at night and affirmations in the morning to remind me. But I am now more determined than ever, from listening to people's answers to those questions yesterday and from starting my course and doing my webinars and my homework yesterday. I got up this morning and I did this. Okay, if you can't do an hour, I'd like you to do 6 minutes, 1 minute for each one. Okay, so 1 minute silence, 1 minute affirmations. You can say a lot in a minute. 1 minute visualization. I could do my dream board in a minute, no problem whatsoever. 1 minute exercise. Run up and down stairs a few times. Do some jumping jacks. 1 minute reading. Just get The Secret or whatever else and read it for a minute. And then 1 minute writing. Okay, so 1 minute writing down what you are attracting to your life. That you have enough money to be able to do the supermarket shopping, that you have enough money for the deposit for the holiday, that you have enough money to pay all your bills and pay your rent, that you have enough happiness in your life to be content fully, that you have good health because you are attracting good health to you. Okay, so I am not asking you to do an hour. You might be able to do an hour on a Saturday and Sunday, your day off. What I'd like to do is 6 minutes. Could we ever go doing that tomorrow? 6 minutes of this.
Yep.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's brilliant. Couldn't ask for anything more. Right then. Thank you very much. Thank you once again for coming on the training. Do we want to do training next Monday, or we're having Monday off because it's a bank holiday?
I think we should let you have it off, Alison.
Do you want to host it then, Luann?
Oh, you little madam. I think we should. I think we all need to have it off, especially with some of the tips we've had on here tonight. My word.
Well, I just said the word in then, and I kind of thought it's gone to your brain.
I know. I think we should set a team rule that bank holidays, we all have it off.
Okay.
No training.
Yep. No, that's fine by me. So 2 weeks tonight, we'll sort out near the time what we want to go through, what parts of the compensation plan you want to go through. We will be in June, okay, a week on Thursday, we are in June, so we need to be thinking about auto ships. I am speaking to Lewis about our auto ships in the UK, but I don't know when you all get paid, but you'd be mentally start thinking about it now, because we always say to do auto ships the first few days of the month. The reason of that is, 1, financially it's gone, 2, you know where you are with your team. So if you are working towards a promotion and ranking, which I want you all to start thinking about for the summer, then you know where you are point-wise. Okay, so we tend to say before the 5th of the month.
Yeah.
So if that means that you're getting paid at the end of this month, then you need to try and put some of that money aside to get it in those first 5 days, then mentally try and think of that. If you can't fulfill that, that's fine. What we're saying is, it's an ideal world to have it done by the 5th. We're not saying you'll have to have it done by the 5th. Okay? And as your team grows and as you start earning more money, then hopefully you can actually start changing yours to the 5th as well. English, Scottish, Irish and Welsh bank holidays. Okay, we'll never be on here, would we? Okay, well, look, thank you very much. I've gone a bit over time. I've gone over time by 20 minutes. I'm sorry for that. I've done a hell of a lot of talking. I hope it's been a benefit from you. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to have any of these tablets, it's not going to be called this. I have been told what it's going to be called, and I can't remember. If you want to have any of these, it will. I worked it out for 5. It was £4. I can just send PayPal details. I won't be getting a lot. They will not be out for us to purchase for around 60 days. But if you want to trial them so that you can start doing pre-orders, then we can do that. I do not know the costings. I do not know the costings. These are just in the fact that they're changing the name, they're changing the packaging, they're even changing how the capsule looks. That's how pre-launch they are. So I know there's 30, I know it's 1 a day, I know you can have them alongside the coffee, I know you can have them if you don't get on well with the coffee ingredients or you don't like coffee in your body, but I cannot tell you what the packaging will be. I can't remember the name, and I don't know what costings will be to us and to customers. As you know, I will do. PM me, anybody who wants it, please. I will do that, okay? I'm hoping they're coming with my 28 boxes. We've ordered 28 boxes for the end of this week, so I'll get them out to you straight away. I will wrap them in a little bag in tissue, and I'm hoping they're going to go with the normal envelope so that it's not much postage. All right. So, and it doesn't matter to me. I have got no profit margin. I've worked it out exactly how much it's costing me, and I can get you 5 for £4. Okay, and I'm prepared to forfeit the postage. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. As you know, I do make a note who's on the call, because that is very valuable to know who's actually working with me and who's being united in our Team UK. Okay, good night. Message me if you need me. Bye, everyone. Bye.